Video Assignment 5, Communication Ethics.
The contents of our video are first ethics and morality, a definition. Then you will see a video about genetically modified food. Then comes ethical theories. The next part will be reasons why ethics and professionalism are important. And the last part is ethical decision making.
Definition, ethics and morality. First, the morale is from person to person, individual. It describes our personal values. From being a small child, we become aware of what is good and what is regarded as right actions. The awareness comes from parents, our thinking and feeling about situations or persons. Ethics. On the other hand, ethics means the formal study and codification of moral principles into systematic frameworks, so that we can make decisions what's right or wrong. It also supports our standards of behavior, that we have a strong moral basis, for example, laws.
Then comes the ethical theories.
Cognitivism. The first theory is the cognitivism. The cognitivism is the term used by philosophers to describe the belief that there are objective moral truths which can be known, and consequently that a statement of moral belief can be true or false.
The first term that belongs to cognitivism is called utilitarianism. This term states that the actions themselves are not good or bad, but the distinction of good and bad is made in terms of what the actions are good or bad for. As Bentham stated, actions are right or wrong to the extent that they maximize happiness or at least minimize unhappiness. Utilitarianism, actions must be judged by the effects they have. by their utility. Decision makers must consider the impact of their action. The right action is the one that causes more benefits or happiness than harm. Ethical decisions should positively seek to maximize benefits and to minimize harm in society. The next term, which also belongs to cognitivism, is called Kantianism. Kantianism argues that motivation is the determining factor in deciding whether an action is ethical or not. Kantianism is a non-consequential ethical theory, which means that it is unethical to use people for your own personal gain because people are valuable in themselves. The act itself is more important than the outcome of that act.
Consequentialist theories. Consequentialist theories focuses on the results or consequence of behavior. Non-consequentialist. The second set of cognitivist theories are non-consequentialist. It is often known as the deontological approach. Deontologically is a duty-based ethic and focuses on obligation, principles and rights. It emphasizes the duty of human beings to treat others with dignity and respect because they are human beings with rights. The next part is the non-cognitivism. Non-cognitivism is the term used to describe the belief that morality is subjective or culturally relative, that it is in regard to moral right and wrong there are only beliefs, attitudes and opinions.
Then comes the next part, which is called Reasons Why Ethics and Professionalism Are Important. The first reason is trust. Trust is the key to success. If PR practitioners act ethically and professionally, they're likely to be trusted, which is core to a good reputation. The second reason is the ethical guardian. It states that a part of a PR practitioner's role is to monitor the environment and detect various public attitudes and values, and then make the company's management aware of external ethical standards. Then corporate social responsibility programs can be implemented. PR practitioners have to justify the company's decision to the public, so they should be aware of what the public's likely reaction will be. The third reason is social responsibility. It has risen in the past years. Businesses are not anymore just an economic entity whose sole responsibility was to make profits. Organizations recognize that they have a responsibility towards all stakeholding groups, the environment and the society as a whole. The fourth reason is community building and conflict resolutions. To function properly, democracy must reflect an open society that is constantly challenging and reappraising its values and assumptions. PR brings to the public debate all kinds of ideas, and as a result to this informed debate, collective decisions can be made, citizens accept the democratic will, and society and community is built. The last reason is power and obligation. One reason why PR is subject to so much scrutiny is because it is so powerful and influential. With power and influence comes responsibility, which means for practitioners to act as professional as possible. The last part of our video is ethical decision making. Ethics means the formal study of codification of moral principles into systematic frameworks, so that decisions can be made about what is right and wrong in a reasoned and structured way. Ethical decision-making in organizations comprises three basic steps. The first step is moral awareness, which means reasoning the existence of an ethical dilemma. The second step is moral judgment, where it is decided what is right and wrong. The third step is ethical behavior, where actions are taken towards the right behavior. Three steps of ethical decision making you can see in this table can be related to the modified gene food video you saw in terms of feeding an increasing number of human beings on this planet for moral awareness. Then comes health risk, also for moral awareness. And then comes the use of pesticides.
The moral judgment can be related to the benefits of gene food. Increased productivity, for example. And it can also be related to the disadvantages of gene food, unpredictable risks. The next step, the ethical behavior, can relate to make gene food visible and also to tell the truth. Thanks for listening.